All right. Good morning, San Antonio and the surrounding areas. You know who you are. In case you don't,
London, Paris, and Petite.
all right. Just about right. Almost. We just missed Japan by a whole continent, but it's all right.
Japan.
It's all right. It's all good to go. We're here, guys, at Pepe Tacos and Salsa, 12820 Jones Maltz Burger, every Friday. Proud sponsor of the West Bethel Show. And yeah, relax. You're okay. Don't be nervous. You're good. Yeah, you look like you're about to throw up on the camera here. I'm like, Rory Ann Smith is back with me, Lord. Everybody, she's back with me, and
Happy Friday to everyone.
there you
Happy
go.
Friday.
How you feeling, mate?
I,
Good.
you know what? I woke up and I was like, this is the day. We're going to do this today. Today's the day of a new beginning and a great weekend and a great week ahead.
That's what my IRS introduced at the time. And like, this is a new day. Maybe he'll pay. We'll see. But no, so Rory Ann Smith is going to be kind of helping me co-host a lot of the days that the girls cannot come in, but she's going to be making her own days too. So we wanted to introduce her. This is an introduction to her being on the West Level show. She's been part of the West Level Familia for a very long time, and we're glad to have her on here as part of their crew here.
Yes.
So we're very excited. Let me ask you, you're getting ready for a big weekend.
I am.
Ready to head out of town.
I am.
Take your son to Clemson University.
Clemson
We covered that a little bit yesterday. How excited are you?
I'm excited for a number of reasons. I'm excited because I'm going on a trip, my first trip with my son, just he and I, which is very exciting in itself. As all you mothers of sons out there, you know how it feels.
You know all you mothers?
No, mothers of sons.
Gotcha.
I have daughters. I have beautiful daughters that I love them to death. They're so independent, which thank you, Lord. But the relationship between a son and me, that's me, mom.
Yeah, mom. Yeah.
Mom. It's incredible.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're right there. Like, it's just like with Daddy's girl. It's like my daughter, both my daughters. I love them dearly, but there's just something. I love my boys. Don't get me wrong. I love my boys, but there's just that Daddy's girl feel, that connection. It's just for a dad. It's like, man, you're everything to them.
Oh my goodness.
You're everything to them.
This morning, I've told you before, I'm going through this separation anxiety that he's going to be gone.
Yeah.
This morning he was taking a shower and I slipped into his bed and I was watching the reviews and stuff like this. And then he comes out of it. He has a robe, by the way.
Yeah.
He was like, I said, hey, baby. He goes, oh, what the? I'm like, I just wanted to come and say good morning to you and see how you're
Well, it's that same kind of feeling when they go off to school.
What's going on?
They're going off in the kindergarten and you're like taking pictures and all that. You're gonna be a mess for a while, because he's gonna be what, North Carolina?
Yes. And I told him, I said, the umbilical cord does not reach that far.
That's a good thing.
My other daughters went to UT in Austin, so it was kind of, what, you need a bobby pin? I'm on my way. I'm driving.
You graduated too.
Yes. Well,
Right.
I have a senior right now at UT.
Oh, nice.
And then the other one graduated from UT as well. And my other daughter, my oldest daughter, is just as beautiful and talented in everything that she does as well. So.
Well, again, like I said, congratulations.
And then I have like.
But I have to, I gotta I have to clear something up because yesterday I said, she's had 8 kids. I asked how many kids. Well, it's not her, all 8, but she's had 4. Yeah,
I have 4, and then my husband has 4. That was I consider mine as well, and they're in
Blended family,
California and Las Vegas as well. Hello to y'all as well. But anyway,
because we're big on that as well. So it's the big weekend, big Oscar weekend. Are you a big Oscar fan? Are you gonna throw you're gonna be out of town, but are you gonna record them or record any specific, kind of are you one of those that usually throws a party kind of feel? No.
No.
Okay, just get some popcorn, just chill with yourself on the couch watching. I'm looking forward to I'm looking forward to the Oscars this year because I've been following the Golden Globes. I've been following the SAG Awards, but I'm kind of curious to see if I kind of like the Bob Dylan guy.
Did you see the movie?
I did see the movie. That was the last thing I saw before my vision went blurry.
Did you,
Yeah, seriously.
did you see the comments he made about the award for the SAG?
I did. I thought that was interesting that the perspective that he took was he's like, look, I'm not nowhere near done, but I want to be one of the greats. And you know what? On that note, speaking of one of the greats, we lost a great one yesterday. One of my favorite actors, Gene Hackman, passed away. Him and his wife were found at their house at their ranch in Santa Fe. They're still trying to figure out what happened, but 95 years old. I didn't even know he was 95.
Wow.
But he's one of my favorite actors of
His
all
wife
time.
was like 30 years younger.
Yeah, it's like 64. She's like 64.
I'm curious to find out. That's a itself.
I myself was kind of like, because it's like, they always say it happens in threes. We had Roberta Flack on, was it Monday or Sunday? And then now you have Gene Hackman. So
You're waiting for the third? Is that what you're saying?
well, now that they come in threes is what they tell me. I was like, all right. Well,
This sounds big.
I mean, it's not like it's a
Yeah,
game,
just
but
don't
it's
think
still.
about that,
But
yeah.
at the same time, it's like,
Are
are you a big Gene Hackman fan?
I do. I've seen a lot of his movies.
What's
Yeah.
your favorite? Gene
Oh, I
Hackman?
knew you were gonna ask me that.
I know. I'll put you on the spot, but while you're thinking, I'll tell you mine. Mine is Hoosiers and Crimson Tide. I really like those two. I mean, he did a fantastic job in Crimson Tide, but he also did a fantastic job in Hoosiers.
Name
You know,
another movie. Maybe I could.
French Connection. Oh gosh, what's another?
Yeah.
No, he wasn't on 9 to 5.
Mississippi Burning.
Mississippi Burning. That's another one. Yeah, he did fantastic.
I'm gonna have to say.
William Dafoe.
I've not seen any of those movies that you've mentioned.
No.
No.
Okay, well you have some homework.
I got some homework.
You have some homework.
I'm overthinking it.
Which, by the way, if you heard a voice behind me, it sounded like very general. That's look, that's Carlitos right there. It's his birthday. It was his birthday the other day, and he just came for Rory. He didn't come for anything else. Or the talk is not even the topic. But happy birthday, Carlitos. He's
You're only 2 days late, but that's okay.
2 days late. He said, "Yeah, I love it." But if I could give him like a birthday gift, it would be tickets to go see I know who he likes, Yanni or Doobie Brothers, one or the other.
Chicago.
Or Chicago, yeah, he's a big Chicago.
March 31st. If you really need it.
You have time to get.
Oh, March 31st. Are they coming? Chicago?
Yeah.
Okay. So man, March 31st. I like Chicago. You like Chicago?
I do. The last thing was
Saturday in the
they don't
park.
look anything like I remember. I think I only remember the trumpet player.
Oh, yeah.
Not the trumpet, the trombone.
Oh,
I think that's
their horn section is phenomenal. We had that conversation, Carlitos and I, one time. Who had the best horn section? Was it Earth, Wind, and Fire or Chicago?
Chicago.
Because both of them, I mean, wow.
They're not-
And I have to, honestly, I have to give the edge probably to Chicago.
Yes, you have to.
I have to give the edge
It's a
to Chicago.
different, yeah, it's a different vibe.
What's that, Blue Eye Soul kind of?
Exactly. I went to see both of them. I actually saw Earth, Wind, and Fire at the Moody Center in Austin, which on the first row was really, really
That's one of the concerts I wanted to see myself was the Chicago and Earth, Wind, and Fire when they came together.
Yes.
The other concert I wanted to see that I didn't get to see was Billy Joel and Elton John together. And that's the one I wanted to see. And the other one, there was one more that I wanted to
Plus
see.
a lot where tickets to see those movies. Yanni.
No, it's not Yanni. Trust me. I mean, it was not Yanni. I rather see soap operas than I see
Yanni
Yanni.
reminds me of when I was pregnant and we had to do those reading, maybe play that music
Thank
in
you.
the background. And
Yanni reminds me of Shamu and SeaWorld.
yeah.
Because that's the song they play.
Hey, you know what? To each his own. To each his own.
Yeah, I mean, if you like Yanni, then
Like
you,
Yanni.
you,
Yeah.
you like Yanni and you're a loser. But anyway,
I like Richard Marx, and a lot of people don't like to know who Richard Marx is.
don't bring up Richard Marx with our guest today, because
Oh, really?
oh my gosh, if you
I
bring that
saw-
name up,
I saw him at the Run Beer this past weekend. And
Everybody.
Richard Marx is one of those guys.
with Rick Springfield.
Yeah.
What?
Yes, acoustic. It was really, really nice.
Let me tell you something about Rick Springfield.
I don't even like.
My son said something the other day. He said, what was it? we're talking about artists, and he said something. Because I was telling him that, Rick Spring. That song by the Police, "Every Breath You Take." Have you heard that song?
Of course.
Every breath you take, I'll be watching you. He goes, it's kind of stalkerish, Dad, isn't it? And I never thought about it. And I'm like, wow, it is
Yeah.
kind of creepy. And I was like, okay, every step you take, I'll be watching. And then I started thinking, if that's the case, then Rick Springfield, Jesse's girl,
You're obsessed.
that makes him the biggest douchebag in the world, because here he is. He wants Jesse's girl.
Yeah.
There's a bro code, bro.
Yes.
There's a bro code. You don't go wanting no other. You don't want someone else's gal. You want your own. All right, Rick, you're a pretty boy. You can get your own. You don't need Jesse's. You can get your own.
Well, he's up in age. So when I saw him in concert this past weekend, he's really up in age.
Really?
They're on stage with Richard Marx and
Rick
Springfield as well. And of course, Richard called to carry the show because he's like 80 or 70 something.
Wow.
But it was a very nice show. And
Well, let's do a quick roll call, and and again, if you want to sing a Rick Springfield
And I won't drop the ball, guys.
in the background, that'd be great.
Okay, I'm
I'll
gonna do
play it along with the charade. Oh, come on now.
Okay, Michael Flores says, "Good morning, my friends. Where are you, Michael?"
Where are you at, Michael?
Clean here. Okay, Valerie Romo is watching. Good morning, Valerie.
Morning, Val.
Good morning. Carlos Rene Sanchez says, "Good morning. Good morning. Good morning."
Good morning.
I've seen him in a long time. Bert
You know-
Lopez, good morning, young folks. Good
Who's that?
morning, Bert. I want to meet him.
Bert Lopez?
Yes, the last time I went to go see
You know
him.
what's funny? Let me tell you something. It's funny about Bert Lopez.
I want to meet him.
Bert Lopez, we never see his comments. And the only time I hear his name is when Rory's here.
No, it's not true. No.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah, it is.
He's a cutie pie too. He really is. He's
Bert?
yes. You see, when I went to go see the movie The Chair,
Oh, yeah.
I had an infection on my eye, and I looked like Rocky Balboa.
Mhm.
And I was like, I saw him, and I was like, I don't want to go see him.
So you're saying if you have allergies, a patch over your eye, and it's kind of, of a big old bump blocking it,
Yeah.
that Bert looks like a cutie.
He's a
That's
cute.
what you're saying. Okay, I got you.
Lisa Sanchez, my beautiful friend.
Hey, Lisa.
My friend, good morning. Nicole Peña Castro says, good morning. Good
Nicole
morning.
from Uvalde, I'm assuming. That's a good friend of mine. She's actually, look, if you see me looking this way, I was teasing her because, Nicole, listen to this really quick. That's my eye doctor's head nurse. Like, she's the medical manager. She's the queen, okay? She's the manager, office manager. Now she has been helping me for ever. And let me tell you, the other day, my son, I went to go see him. But remember you called me and I was watching my son play soccer?
Yes, yes.
Well, they lost, and they were coming from the tunnel. And I go over there and I put my arm around. I go, son, it's gonna be okay. You do better next time. Don't worry about it. And the kid goes, it's me, Mr. Rodriguez. I'm Joaquin. I'm not your son. I'm like, what the? I'm hugging the wrong kid. Not only that, you know what I did today? I put my shoes on and I told my boys, are these my blue shoes? Because I think I have the black ones on. And they go, Dad, they're on the wrong foot.
Now that's bad.
Oh
Blue
my
and black, I could
God.
understand. I could understand the blue
I
and the
couldn't
black.
believe it. I said, please let me see.
I've gone
All right, go ahead.
before. Okay. So
Sorry.
we have
I just wanted to share
Gina
that.
Francis says, good morning.
Good morning, Gina.
I like some Yanni. Yes.
Gina, you let me down, Gina. You let me down. She's got class. Carlos, she's got class.
Some big grass.
Yeah, really. No. Yeah, really. Straight up Kane. Just to make fun of Yanni. Musical genius. I love her.
Steven, what's his name?
Hawkins.
No, the train that's on.
Stephen Colbert. No.
I'll remember in a second. I'll tell you. Maria Pierce. Good morning. Good morning. How are you?
Hey, Maria.
My beautiful friend. Oh my goodness.
Melissa Gonzalez. Oh, we were at.
Did we miss Melissa? Oh, Melissa Gonzalez still. She's my friend from high school. Still
Melissa Gonzalez?
from last night show. No, this is really you met.
Oh.
Melissa Gonzalez.
Melissa Gonzalez, no, it's her fundraiser that we had last night.
Yes.
And I was so glad to be part of that. I had a great time. I had a blast. I mean,
Tell me about it.
the crowd was awesome. The show was great. I just went up there, did a quick 15 minutes, and then I had to get off, but I didn't want to get off. I was like really well. I did, but really quick, I'm here for my producer. We got to take a commercial break. Well, don't go anywhere, guys. We'll be right back, and we have a special guest you don't want to miss. Very, 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 very entertaining person. You don't want to miss this guest. All right, guys.
That time of year again. Time to review, enroll, and ask questions about your health insurance. AHIA is here to help you navigate all your options stress-free.
Look, I'm no insurance expert, but I do know one thing. If you're calling your cousin Chewy for insurance advice, you're doing it all wrong.
AHIA is dedicated to serving San Antonio with personalized care. Contact them. Local service, real people, trusted expertise.
AHIA, it's about family.
Hey, if you're looking for a house and you're looking to get out of your house, we have the right person for you. Margaret Sandoval, our very own realtor. You want to give her a call. She works very, very hard to go ahead and find you the best deal you want. That you're looking for economy, if you're looking for, space, if you're looking for just a place of your own that you can just make brand new memories in, she's got you covered. All you have to do is give her a call. She will work day and night to make sure that you are satisfied with your purchase. Not only that, but do it at a highest standard, meaning finding you the most economical house and get you that's on the market today and get you the best deal. So give Margaret Sandoval a call today. She's waiting by the phone. Thanks.
And we have a very, very special guest. It is, she's she's been in entertaining audiences for years now, but not only that, but she's a very dear friend. I've known her for ever, as you could say. And please welcome Laura Marie, everybody. Yeah. Laura Marie in the house. This is kind of huge for me right now. Now it's all going to be downhill from here. From your career, it's just downhill. This is like, we not only make stars here on this show.
This is the high.
This is it. This is the pinnacle of.
I believe it. I believe it.
Hollywood, and then there's us.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. You're a
So,
star yourself. So
Laura,
I feel very honored. Yeah.
You've been performing, and I say this, but it's an understatement because it's like you've been performing for years.
Yes. Decades.
And, yes, and she's been. Give you a little backstory. We knew each other.
Not too much backstory.
Yeah, not too much. We've known each other from school, and I remember when she got her, like, it was your first apartment.
Yes.
Your first apartment with a good friend of ours, and my best friend and I always hung out over there at their apartment. We just hung out, really.
We just hung out.
And then I remember she was like always, singing and coming up with songs, and she had that little like Joan Baez kind of, and it's so funny because I remember seeing The Complete Unknown, and I thought about you when Joan Baez came on there, and I go,
still haven't seen it. So.
"Oh, it's a great movie." I mean, I haven't seen it now, but so I haven't seen anything
Really seen
unless you're right here. But I don't know if you heard the story. I was over there hugging the wrong kid at my son's school.
I did. Yeah.
Anywho, but so you have how long have you been performing?
20 plus years, 25 years, I think, maybe.
When did you decide to throw your hat in and say?
Almost 30 years.
Yeah.
When did I decide to throw my hat in and
Yeah.
sing? Well, I had stage fright horribly, but I loved to write, and I wrote songs since I was a kid.
Mhm.
So I went up to UT Austin, and then I came back to San Antonio. That's when we were hanging out.
Right.
And I had a nervous breakdown in Austin. So I came back and I found that really music was the only thing that calmed me and helped me to talk about the things that I'd been through in my life. And so that's when I started writing. And then it was maybe a few years after that I decided to go back to school. And I went to San Antonio College, and I met some people there and started writing songs together. And then I ended up wanting to study music. So that's when I really got into it.
So I remember when the last time we were chatting and stuff, it was on social media. And I remember you were doing a lot of the coffee shops. You were just starting out. And that was, but I remember seeing you, and you would perform. I mean, you wouldn't perform, but you would like promote your gigs. And I mean, it was like because you were doing this at the same time I was doing my stand-up coming up.
Yeah.
And we're both trying to,
Yeah.
make a name for ourselves. And, we both know how difficult that can be being out there and passing flyers back when they had flyers and it's like,
Right.
and before the algorithm.
Right.
Anyway, so don't even get me started on that.
Yeah.
But it's cool to see now that here you have been doing it for so long and it's paying off.
And it's really it's paid off.
It's paying off. Yeah, it's paying
She
off.
also has
And,
a
I mean, you've done so much, but tell us. Oh, that's the other thing too.
Right.
Yeah. So
I, they told me you were coming on, and I tried to get your information and listen to your music and read your books. And of course, when you talk about, tell me about your book. Tell me.
Yeah, over the pandemic, I decided to do a project called Too Sweet, Songs for Setting Boundaries. I'd written a number of songs about certain instances in my life.
Mhm.
I'm an assault survivor from childhood and in young adulthood as well. And I just felt it was really important to talk about some of the ways that affected me in my life, affected all my relationships, how it nearly ended my marriage, how the trauma from that, carried over into every aspect of my life, especially in the music industry. And just decided to write a book about it and release a project on it.
So did you consider it like journaling when you were doing this, like journaling and?
In a way, yes. I mean, I felt like there were things that I needed to speak about that I felt that were instrumental in me understanding how to draw good and healthy boundaries in my life. In order to make my relationships work. And I really felt that there were a lot of people who were in my position, a lot of women in my position in the music industry and out, who had suffered assault and who carried a lot of shame for that. And for me, it was like the shame was a barrier to me healing. The shame was a barrier to me having good relationships. So I thought, if anything, if somebody can see that I'm not ashamed of what happened, I could say I'm ashamed about things that I did afterwards, but at the same time, understanding, it was like my therapist had told me, when she listened to my story and I was finally able to talk about some of the things I'd done and experienced in my life, she said, that's typical of somebody that's had this happen to you. And it blew my mind because I thought, I've been carrying all this shame like I was a horrible person. There was something wrong with me. And that wasn't the case. And I really felt that if more people knew that they would be able to heal.
Well, I'm a child. I had a music child, and so I was reading it, and it was like kind of dark. I was curious to ask you, where is your faith in all this journey you're going?
It's been a very long journey with that because I've had to question a lot of things, and I talk about that a bit in the book. Where I am is I had to find a personal connection for me, and I had to question everything I was taught so that I could sort of come out of that. Because in the community I was in, there was a lot of don't talk about those things.
Of course,
And that would work
this
together.
is in the 70s.
Right. So it kind of like when I didn't find my answers there, and then I went into another community, religious community that was of the mindset that you just had to have the gift of faith, and you couldn't question what you were being told, and that was not enough for me either. I had to question. I had to. My faith was made stronger because I questioned. And it doesn't look like other people's faith, and I don't practice like other people practice. But to me, it was me finding my voice and hearing that the goodness I knew was inside me that was given to me. I could hear it.
But that's huge though, because I think the transparency in your book and it comes out and reflects the character that you have. And I think that it is a huge thing to do because like you said, there's more that like people. There are people out there that don't know how to deal with it. They don't know how to handle it. They're carrying that shame, carrying that like, wow, this is what I did. No, it's not what you did at all. Matter of fact, it's far from it. But they can't. The healing has to start somewhere, as far as forgiving yourself. But when you own it, and believe me, as a comedian, I mean, I've grown up. I've seen things I shouldn't have seen, and I deflect. And my sister hates when I do this. I deflect through comedy. You put me at a funeral, I'm making jokes. It's crazy because that's how I deal with it. I deal with like when my mom passed. They had made me like the MC of the rosary, and like kind of. And I said that don't put the mic in my hand, And I literally sent my mom out with making people laugh. I told all these stories about my mom good stories, funny stories. And my opening line was this: my mom's behind me in the casket. And I said, I want to thank everybody for coming and paying respects to my mom. It means a lot for us, for the family, and myself. And I said, well, if my mom owed you money, and I looked at her and I said, you came on the wrong day, Jack. Didn't get that. And that's where I just, for me, that's how I dealt with it. And it was maybe not the typical, way to deal with it. A lot of people will,
A lot of people self-medicate.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Or any kind of way, and that's how you got yourself out of this. You
Yeah.
wrote books and you wrote songs, and
Right.
they're beautiful. They really are. And so, this is a great book to read for someone. And I didn't read it at all. I just kind of, try to do my regular high school reading that I did.
The Cliff Notes.
The Cliff Notes, that's right.
I can't wait to hear your music.
So Laura, so now, what is it that you like? What's the goal now for you? I mean, what is the goal that you want to achieve?
Just talking to my husband about this. To me, the goal can never be about like where I want to be in my career. I know that works for a lot of people. For me, it's really about where I want to be mentally, spiritually, in my relationships, and to make sure that is where I want it to be, because that's just kind of my life lesson, I think. So, but I mean, I'm continuing on with the music. I'm doing a lot of writing for licensing and television and film and things like
Oh,
that.
nice.
I had a song recently. I just got a little royalty check the other day from my song that was placed on Young and the Restless. It was
Yes.
co-write I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was not a song that I can release because it belongs specifically to a library that my co-write and I wrote before. So,
Nice.
but it was nice. It's nice when you get those little, checks in the mail.
Yeah.
And I just was telling Valerie that my friend Rob Garcia, a filmmaker in town, he's presenting an exhibit at the Guadalupe Cultural Arts Center,
Mhm.
Portraits of Us, and I'm one of the artists that he's featuring on March 15th.
Nice.
So I think there's going to be a really big picture of me there somewhere. So
Well deserved, well deserved. And again, let people know how they can find you and they can come look you up.
So I'm at lauramariemusic.com. Some of my music is at lauramarie.com, and either of those places will take you to my albums or my books or wherever. Yeah.
And you have a big gig coming up, and they can find all that over there.
Yes, it's a Fiesta Youth during Fiesta, so that's coming up. It's the masquerade ball that they have every year, so you can check for that.
Sweet. Well, there you have it, guys. Make sure to follow her. She's great, fantastic person. And again, yes, she's leading the way. And I kind of, it's so good to see you again, my friend. Thank you so much. And again, guys, don't go anywhere. We'll take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back, and then we're gonna have Laura show a little something at the end of the show. So don't go anywhere.
We'll be back on.
If you want the best movie experience, you have to go to City Based Cinema. It is my theater, and I want to invite each and every one of you to come on out. Not only they make you feel welcome, they treat you like family. Brad Smith and the crew really know how to do it right. If you want that state-of-the-art experience in a movie with the surround sound, you want to go to City Based Cinema. They got reclining chairs, right? I mean, you got a comfortable experience all the way through. Not to mention a full-on bar right when you walk in. As you're waiting for your movie, they got TVs so you can see a game or two. Also, they have a concession stand that you do not want to miss. It's like no other. They have your regular popcorn, nachos, and candy, but they also have barbacoa and Big Red, not to mention Takis, pizza, and corn dogs. So you want to make sure to get your snacks before, and a comfortable recliner and the state-of-the-art sound system. You are set. City-based cinema. Don't go for your first time experience. If you have never been there, go check it out. It's my theater, and now it's yours.
And we're back, everybody. That's right. We're here. It's that time of the day. Pepe Tacos is episode 120 Jones Malzberger, where Rory gets to show us her Margaret Sandoval money shot.
Okay.
And we're going to be featuring some of the Pepe's famous nachos, the beef nachos. Are you a beef nacho person?
I am a beef everything.
I like that. That's great. Oh, beef everything. Well, I'll tell you what, without further ado, go ahead and do your Margaret Sandoval, your best Margaret Sandoval.
By the way, Margaret, I hope you're having a wonderful trip tonight.
In Singapore,
Yes,
oh, Korea.
safely. We miss you.
Yeah, bring some, extra large anyway.
Okay. Some nachos, and these are asada.
These are the asada beef nachos, yes.
I need some salsa.
Oh, okay. So you need salsa? All right, we'll get you some. You want red or green?
Red.
Red, please.
Red for my dress.
Red for 200. Thank you very much.
You're not gonna have any?
I am going to have some, yeah. I just want to. I'll go ahead and take a bite first. Mm. Mm. Oh, yeah. That flavor just popped in the mouth. Wow.
This is traditional. This is roasted. Mom. He said, I remember.
Oh, here's something funny, Roy.
Trent was mom at St. Paul.
Wait, don't talk.
So yesterday, my wife, we left the show. We went home. She made arroz con pollo.
I know, you've really seen that.
Uh-huh.
Bring some.
She made arroz con pollo. And I told her, man, this arroz con pollo tastes so good. Now, I haven't had her arroz con pollo in a long time. And I had some, and I go, man, why is it, did you cook it different? It tastes different. And then she goes, no, I cooked it the same. And it dawned on me, oh, I know what it is. It has salt.
Oh, because you couldn't taste salt?
Well, I don't eat salt anymore because of the kidney disease. So I'm on low sodium diet.
Got it.
So I haven't had really salt in anything. So when I taste it, I go, man, this tastes great. This tastes good. What is that? What's that flavor? Oh, it's salt.
Isn't that crazy? And when you get older, your taste buds go away, and you
That's right.
you put more salt because your taste buds go away.
That's right, yeah.
That's the thing you can't have.
Speaking of, guys, tonight here at Pepe's is the birria night. So it's from 4 to 9. Come on out. If you like birria, they have birria sauce. If you don't know what it is, it's like a sauce it's got like 7 or 8 different kind of spices in it. Yeah, and it's like a broth, and it's like a au jus, if you will, kind of, and you dip your flautas in it. You dip it,
Au jus.
Oh man, it's so good. It's like you can just drink it with a straw.
Mexican au jus.
Mexican au jus, yeah. And it's like you can drink it with a straw or take shots of it. I don't care. I mean, it's so good. They have ramen birria. They have birria flautas. They have birria
Ramen?
street tacos, birria ramen. I mean, they have all of this different kinds of birria. So come on down tonight, every Friday, 4 to 9. Big Wow B too. My wife one time came in with a whole 6-pack. I'm like, hey, lady, how long you plan on being here?
Wine coolers, wine coolers.
She was ready to potty. So, she has a shirt that says ready
delicious.
to potty. All right. Well, let's do a roll call. Let's do a roll call. I'm going to go ahead and take another bite of these nachos. Bert Lopez.
Pepe's watching.
Pepe.
Hey, Pepe, why aren't you here? I wanted to wish you a happy birthday. I missed your birthday the last time. Happy birthday. Let's see. Michael Flores. I remember Laura at Jefferson, and I was friends with her and her mom at St. Paul's Church.
That's right. We saw Laura's mom at one of Michael's. It was Michael's dad's thing. He invited me to the celebration of life.
Celebration or whatever of 2029.
And Michael Flores, please say hi to your mom, please. She's saying hi with her. Let's see. Stephen Captain. Good morning, my friend. Good morning. Let's see. Roxy Chung, amazing testimonial. Thanks for sharing.
Thank you.
Roxy says, Benny says, good morning. Good morning, Benny. Good morning. He's a huge follower of yours, right, Benny? Yes. Raymond Flores says, good morning. Yvette, on the other, my cousin, good morning, my beautiful. Good morning. I have to come pick up your Christmas present still. Let's see. Maxine Olivo says, good morning.
Morning, Maxine.
Let's see. Gina says, I like to watch when you have guests. Oh, she wants to see the guest.
She likes it when we have guests on.
Yes. She wants to see,
Who's that?
Gina Francis.
Gina Francis, yeah. Well, don't go anywhere, Gina, because we have Laura closing out the show with one of her songs, and we have a special guest coming up from the Salvation Army.
Roxy Chung says, haha, I was just gonna ask how your vision is doing, but well, I guess I already answered that.
My vision is the same. Roxy, I'm over there hugging the wrong kids. Mary Picarazzi, good morning, Mary.
Sylvia Salazar says, good morning.
Who's that? What'd you say?
Roxy Chung.
Oh, Roxy.
There you are.
You know, speaking of Mary Picarazzi, I actually have a show coming up at the at Deco. Yeah, I'm going to be there on the 27th of 22nd of March. So if you guys get a chance, come on out. That's my next show. I'm looking forward to it. After last night's show, I'm pretty pumped and excited. 21st. There you go. Sorry, 21st.
Melissa Estevez says, hello, Rory. Good morning. Good morning, Melissa.
Good morning, Melissa.
Let's see. Jessica Almanza, my cousin, says, good morning.
Hey, Jessica.
Beautiful cousin. Let's see. Rocky Lopez says, good morning.
Morning, Rocky.
Michael Flores says, first bingo tomorrow.
That's right. First bingo is tomorrow at St. Paul's. So those of you that got tickets, don't forget.
First bingo?
First bingo.
Oh, okay, because I was thinking it was first.
They're playing for purses.
Oh, how neat is that?
Yeah, real nice purses too.
I'm gonna go with the head.
It says, Maria Pierce says, Arnold are watching. Hi, Arnold. Happy belated
Hey, Arnold, how you
birthday.
doing?
Happy birthday. Arnold just turned 75 or 70. I'm gonna
Wow.
age you. He looks wonderful. My goodness, Mr. Twinkle Toes.
So Rory's got a lot of guys
Say hi
hitting
to
her up.
Kim Trailer, Rory, say hi, say a shout out to Kim Trailer. That's my sister-in-law.
Good morning, Kim Trailer, sister-in-law.
Kim Trailer, how you doing, Kim?
Thanks.
This is where I get nervous, where the outside start coming up, and I'm like, okay, where did I leave off? Where did I leave off? I'm not gonna drop the ball.
Roxy Chung liked your testimony there, Laura. She really appreciated that. That's really cool.
Maxine Olivo says, good morning.
You know, I got to be honest. I was telling Laura here that, you know, she looks exactly the same she did when we got out of high school. I mean, she looks exactly the same. You know, and it's crazy. I'm like,
Use those high def cameras.
you know,
Where's the filters?
it's the iPhone, the iPhone camera. I tell you. So that was it right there, and I was gonna tell you.
How's that bingo thing that they're having?
The bingo thing? It's huge. It's like St. Paul's has this bingo, first bingo every year, and it sells out quick
Oh, really?
because
within an hour or two.
Yeah, within an hour. They go on midnight, and it's like a concert. You know, you sell these tickets out,
At midnight.
and
If you're accepted, you have to make the payment.
Oh,
that's right. Yeah.
Really?
No, it's like they got like Michael Kors purses, Louis Vuittons, Dooney and Burke, I guess. I mean, I'm
Yeah,
not
they did that big first.
all
thing.
these
Yeah.
purses, you know, just Coach purses, all these different kinds of purses they have, and you're playing for them. I mean, they're high price purses. Are you a purse gal?
I am.
You would have loved
Not
this
a girl.
bingo.
Girl, everything, yes.
Yeah, you would have loved this bingo.
Well, let me tell you about the bingo at the Good Samaritan, the Salvation Army on Thursdays.
Mm-hmm.
The winners there, they actually get meat, like a whole chicken, frozen chicken, or carne, or shrimp, or that's why they pack the house. They have like
Nice.
3 rooms full of people who are playing bingo, and they pack the house. And these people are very, very serious about their bingo, and I love them. I want to say shout out if anybody's watching.
Now you got to tell them about how you get hit up on over there at the Salvation
Oh,
Army.
the Salvation Army, they have a pool table, and when I get there, all these men are like, "Okay, let's play some pool," and I'm like, "Hey,
But how old are they?
they're up in age. You're ruining my little segments here, you know." I'm like, "Hey guys, watch us and while it's on the table, we're gonna play that." And speaking of Salvation Army, they're walking in.
I see her. Yeah, yeah.
I mean, you can't see.
I can't see, but I'm assuming I saw a tall guy. It's got to be Brad.
It's Brad.
Brad from the
yes.
Salvation Army.
I'm on Salvation Army right now.
We're gonna get to him in a minute. So we're at 40. Okay. One of the things that Salvation Army is doing, they have a big barbecue coming up, and I got blessed with a chance to go ahead and be a judge for that, and you're gonna be a judge for that.
I'm gonna be a judge for
Let
that.
me tell you something. It's one of the best gigs ever judging this. Like I got the first year I got chicken, The second year I got it was ribs, and the last one I got miscellaneous or whatever it was.
Uh-huh.
And I got to go back to chicken because chicken was.
What was the miscellaneous though?
Oh, it was like lamb and
Tripas or
tripas, pork chops, and stuff like that. And I didn't care for all that. But for me, they have like they'll do like they did this one I'll never forget. It was like a filet mignon kind of thing
Okay.
with the jalapeno cheese wrapped around it.
Oh, wow.
Oh
And
man,
Margaret
I would have gave that guy the trophy right there. So good. I'm like, man. I'm like, tens all the way around. Tens, my friend. It's like that's it. But do you like barbecue?
I love barbecue.
What's your favorite? Like, what do you like to eat from barbecue?
First steak, of course. I don't know if they do
Steak?
barbecue today. When you go to a barbecue and there's steak,
So you're fancy barbecue.
Fancy, yeah.
Okay.
And of course, brisket, the traditional sausage, chicken. I don't turn away any kind of barbecue.
See, I like sausage and See, I knew he was gonna laugh at that. I knew he was gonna laugh because he's a cochino. That's why.
Brad said something funny.
Yeah, right. So I like. I like ribs, sausage, and chicken, and brisket. I like brisket too.
Don't forget the potato salad.
Oh, potato salad.
Homemade potato salad.
Do you like mustard potato salad or mayonnaise potato salad?
No, because there's fundraisers, how here in the South Side we have fundraisers like at every corner,
Yeah.
If there's homemade potato salad, I'm like, you know what? I'll pay for the whole plate, but all I want is potato salad if it's homemade. So for all you women out there who are, pride themselves on making wonderful potato salad,
Michael Flores had his barbecue plates for the Super Bowl.
Okay.
We purchased. We actually he blessed us with a couple of plates, and we went to go pick them up. Who's here? Oh, Rory's aunt. Okay. And so we actually had one of the what do you call it? We got the barbecue. They said we ran out of beans. They ran out of beans.
Oh, okay.
So I was okay with that because they gave us double rice and potato salad. And I was like, I'm cool. I'm good. I'm like, I like the potato salad.
Exactly.
And the potato salad was so good.
Oh my goodness. Some people pride themselves on potato salad or
My
pride themselves
wife
on
could
rice
make
or pride
potato
themselves
salad.
on beans. And they're spot on. We should have a
Let's do another roll call before we go to a commercial break. And then we'll bring up our guests.
My wonderful husband is watching.
Ryan Smith in the house.
Yes. Let's see. Or let me see where I ended up. Sorry.
See, you say my wonderful husband. I never hear my wife say those words. Never.
Because you have to applaud her because she's all about you.
Yeah, that's true.
You are her
Yeah.
center.
She is my center.
This guy named Brian Smith wants to know who your new co-host is.
Oh, Brian Smith, let me tell you, this is Rory, and she's taken. Sorry. She's already married, so
Take it by a couple. Yeah.
she's taken. Sorry.
Let's see. I think it's Rashami. Rashami?
Oh, Reshmi, yeah.
Good morning, my dear friends. Good
How
morning.
you doing, Reshmi?
Let's see, Michael Flores says twice a year, 350 seats are all sold out without the 12,000.
Yep. Yep.
Wow, fancy.
They sell those things out.
Yes. Jessica Alonso says, hey, Cleto, you're going to have Fiesta medals this year. So
We're working on that. Valerie, did you see that? Someone's asking for the Fiesta medals.
Tell them that we're looking for a
We're
sponsor.
looking for a sponsor for our Fiesta medals. So we can go ahead and get our Where's Cleto Fiesta medals so we can have my face on there, Rory's, Margaret's, and Vanessa.
contest and having somebody design them.
Ooh, that's a good idea. Hey, Valerie, did you hear that?
Yeah.
We should have somebody design our Fiesta medals. Oh, she already designed it. Oh, Valerie designed it already. She's like, hey, Rory, stop taking my cake.
Signed it.
I think we should have Laura playing the guitar on there.
El Chavo Ochenta.
That's Eloy.
He says, good morning.
Eloy, El Chavo de Ochenta. Horchata.
What's El Chavo?
I don't know what that is.
Does
but
that go?
I guess. I guess. That's my boy Eloy. All right, let's go ahead and take a quick commercial break, and we get set up and go ahead and have our next guest come on. And so don't go anywhere, guys. We'll be right back.
Hey guys, if you're planning a party or an event or a wedding or quinceanera or anything like that, you want to give Balloons over San Antonio a call. That's right. Our good friends over there, Gene Davlos and the gang, are waiting by the phones. They want to help you make your event memorable. That's right. If you need anything from party rentals, like such as tables, chairs, canopies, tents, margarita machines, bouncy houses, whatever it is you need, they got you covered. Give them a call, Balloons over San Antonio. Right now, they're promoting their luxurious porta potties. That's right. 3 toilets on a trailer. If you have an outdoor event such as like a parade route or a fall festival or just even a family reunion, you don't want anybody messing up your toilets, give them a call. They all they need to know is where to drop that trailer off and where to pick it up. They take care of all the work for you, reasonable price, and it will go ahead and make sure your event is memorable because they're air conditioned porta potties. Come on now, not your regular porta potties. These are luxurious porta potties. So give them a call. They got you covered. Again, it is Balloons over San Antonio. They're waiting by the phones. Tell them that you saw this on the Where's Cleto show.
Sometimes.
And we're back, everybody. I'm here. I'm Cleto Rodriguez, and this is
Disappeared.
there she is, Rory Ann Smith. Everybody, she's
I just found out a net here.
enough about me. Okay. So we're here, guys, at Pepe's Tacos and Salsa. Come on down, 12820 Jones Maltzberger. We like to call it the Pepe's Tacos and Salsa Lounge.
Yes.
Studio. I mean, we got some folks coming in here today, visiting us today. My brother's here today, so I'm probably excited. I'm sorry, kind of excited
Yes.
about that. And Carnitos is here. You know, I mean, we got special guests, and we have, speaking of special guests, we have one that is very familiar to the show, very good friend of the show. And we were just talking about him a little while ago, but he is no other than the one and only Brad Mahar from the Salvation Army, everybody. Brad, come on in here, Brad. How are you, sir? Morning. Good to see you, man.
Good to be seen.
You all right?
I'm good.
I'm sorry, good to hear you.
How many fingers will hold?
Oh, I have no clue. If it's like right here, I'll know. But then again, I won't.
Oh,
Huh?
How many fingers do I have?
Oh, okay, so yeah, if you have 4.
he said he can't see you. And then that day I wore the Rocky sweater. He's like, hey, that's Rocky
Oh,
sweater.
yeah.
I'm like, what's this like selective
I
vision?
have good days.
Oh,
It's not too bad.
Rory's like,
Now-
thanks for that.
Brad, so is Mike coming?
Yeah, he's your husband.
Where? Well, Mike, where's he coming in here, Mike?
He's here, man. It's like you don't bring him up.
So, come on in here. Let me see who's over here. Yeah, yeah. So, this is Mike Taylor, everybody from the Mike Taylor Show. And, let me tell you something.
How you doing?
He's got a big barbecue coming up, benefiting the Salvation Army, and it's a treat having him here. I know you just had your show right now, right?
That's why I'm late, sorry.
Well, you're all right. No problem. So, Mike, tell us a bit about, first of all, for those that don't know Mike Taylor, let them know what you've been doing. I mean, I've been following him I know it's going to sound kind of stalkerish, but I've been following him for years and, actually kind of, pretty much know a lot because he's one of my favorite sports, announcers. I mean, what do you call him? DJ?
Blowhard, loud mouth.
That's what you said about Dylan yesterday.
No, so Dylan is he does on the weekends.
Okay.
He's on during the week. Like I've been following him.
I'm full time.
Oh.
I actually got paid a salary to do. I'm just about messing with Dylan.
Yeah. So he has I've been following him like for years, like when he was in the morning.
Thank you.
He had a talk show, and then I follow him in the afternoon. And it's just been a big time fan. So it was interesting, like when he had his first bowl-a-thon thing at the Salvation Army, when he had that celebrity bowl.
Yeah.
And I go, hey, is that Mike Taylor over there? And he goes, like I was so geeked out about meeting Mike, then all the other stars that were there, I was like, yeah, that's Mike Taylor. I go, hey, give me a picture of Mike. So it was really cool. So, and then we got a chance last year to do briefly a podcast together, the 3 Cent podcast with Ernie Zuniga and I said, so that was a lot of fun too. So, but so let everybody know about the barbecue.
Well,
First of all, I'm curious. How long have you been doing this?
my job with the barbecue. I mean, oh gosh, man, I got hired at the Ticket in San Antonio, 2007,
Okay.
and then last summer, 23. Oh, thank you. In summer 23, decided to go out on my own, start my own podcast company, and still determining whether or not that was the right thing to do. We're rolling. Thank you, man. No, so I do podcast every day.
Your voice is really amazing. I mean, I have to look at you because your voice doesn't even match your face.
I sound like my dad.
I was like,
I got
oh
it
my
from my
goodness,
dad.
you have a wonderful voice.
Thank you. I got it from my father. So I got a job in 07 and met this dude probably 2010, 2011, something like that.
2013 is when I started.
Yeah, something like that. And we started doing barbecues right around then. We started off with an idea that we wanted to do a barbecue to just kind of give some money to the hood or the barrio, whatever you want to call it. And him being him is like, why don't you do it?
That's a great impression.
It's like Hank Hill. And I thought, okay, cool. I mean, honestly, we were gonna do a barbecue in the backyard. I'm not kidding. If we'd have made a couple $100, drink some beers, eat some chicken wings, made a couple $100. That's great. That's all we wanted to do. And then they got involved and took off with it and blew up into this insanity that it's taken on. What are we? Is this year 6 or 5, something like that? 6, I think. Yeah. So they let us. It started off with 10 dudes, and now we have a committee. We have a committee. That's the guy who runs the committee, and we put on a big deal, which you've been a judge at a lot, and it's amazing.
Yeah, you're doing the beef, right? You said beef.
Where's the beef? Yeah. Are you judging? Okay, cool. Yeah, well, I told him I want some new people. I told him, I said, I want some new people judging. I don't want these old replays. Some new people.
That's right.
So,
it's like a sweet gig. I told her it's a sweet gig.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's just 07 started working here, and then a couple of years ago went off on my own. But thankfully, we still do the barbecue. It doesn't matter where I work, because we help those kids. You have a story with me?
To tell you. I don't know. Hopefully it's you, but in 2016, remember when Kobe got a rape charge or something of it?
Of course, yeah.
Remember when the Spurs, we was playing here in San Antonio, and the Spurs kept on booing him? And then they were talking about, somebody on the radio station was saying how low life San Antonians were, because every time.
It might have been Mike.
No.
Anyway, so I was trying to.
Probably Billy Madison on 99. He's a jerk.
I called the radio station, and I had it all figured out on what I was going to say. I was going to say, hey, you know what? The question was to the audience, but what would you do if the person next to you was booing? And I had it all figured out. I was like, well, the person next to me paid the same amount of money that I paid for the ticket. It's all about entertainment. He probably can't even hear you out there, And so I had it all figured out, and then the guy says, well, let me ask you a question. Do you think he's guilty before proven innocent? And I said, yes. And I said, have you ever heard of O.J. Simpson? I was like, what do you mean? And what kind of ethnic background are you? And I was like, well, we tend to turn a blind eye for people who can play a sport. We don't care what history they have, because they can play a sport. We tend to forget what they're saying, right? And then I was like, anyway, I called the radio station. I was like, I called my husband. I said, hey, I got on the radio station, and I told him this and this and this. And he said, did you give him your last name? He was like, oh my God. I was like, oh.
Well, it wasn't my show, because we don't have to take calls.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't?
No, rarely.
I tell you right now, if they were booing Kawhi Leonard, and what I would have done, if they were booing Kawhi Leonard and I was the guy next to me, I would have bought him a beer. That's what I would have done. I was like, boo again.
That's different. That's a little different from comedy.
Yeah, big time.
How great of an organization San Antonio organization is. We have such a reputable.
Oh, the city?
Yes,
Oh,
it is. So, we were booing. It was all about entertainment.
It's like I told you, I've been listening to Mike for a long time, and one of the times, I remember one day he said it a little while ago. Mike was going after some manager that he had, and he called him a blowhard. And my son, who's in the car, Daddy, what's a blowhard? I go, well, you know what? It's it's a bad man. Okay. So he started calling his little brother, hey, little blowhard.
I haven't heard this one.
Oh yeah, this is one of the I was just thinking about it the other day. It was one of those same things with before my producer died.
Yes.
So we had one of the things I wanted to ask you, Mike, was that because you started where was it Oklahoma?
Dallas.
Dallas, that's what it was, Dallas. So you started in Dallas.
Evil Dallas.
Sorry. So, and you're hearing, you got to listen to his podcast because now it's he's doing it with Rudy J, and it's good. It's so funny because I clicked on and I realized something. I'm not on the YouTube. I see y'all on Facebook, and I'm over there commenting, but y'all don't read my comment. Like, I gotta read my comment. And then it's on YouTube. And
It's on YouTube Live.
Yeah, YouTube Live. And I was on Facebook reading. I was looking at it through there. And
We are getting ready in the coming days to start simulcasting. I think that's the right word. We're going to run the show on Facebook too. At the same time.
Okay.
Because why not? It's Facebook.
Yeah.
I'm 50. I'm a middle-aged dad, and I'm not going to go put my show on TikTok. It's too late for that. I'm not a 20-year-old girl.
Right.
My audience is on Facebook.
Right.
And because we went to YouTube, and we're still fine, but there's a lot of people in this town that about YouTube. I'm not going to go on YouTube, but I'm going to start doing our show on Facebook too. So hopefully we'll be able to comment on the Facebook page as pretty soon.
And when's the barbecue that we people could go to?
May 17th.
May 17th. Okay. Sweet. So we got some time to go ahead. And then the rough part is that Mike's getting the sponsors, and going out there and getting all these guys together. But it's so huge now that it's
it's a 20-man deal, 20-person deal. I mean, there's no way that I could do it alone. And so he's got his people that help. I got my little committee. We meet once or twice a month to plan it all. And the goal, honestly, is to get rid of all the overhead.
Yeah.
I never put together a thing like that, so I didn't know anything about it. I mean, I realized we're paying $500 for a dumpster. Oh, no, let's get that paid for.
Yeah.
Because we have city ordinances, and you got to have a permit to cook outside. My grandpa didn't have a permit when we cooked outside, but apparently you do. So you have a legit
learning.
but it's a legit thing with someone like them. It requires a lot, and so our goal is just to get sponsors for things like paying for the food, paying for the stage, paying for sausage, paying for literally a dumpster and things like that. So that way all the money we generate can go to the Red Shield Youth Center over on Woodlawn Lake and not have anything come out of pocket. So that's what he's here doing to promote, and I appreciate him.
Well,
Guys like him help me do it.
coming out today.
Sure, man.
Especially you.
Holding your lapel here.
Hey, I appreciate you, bro.
course,
Thank
dude.
you so
You got
much.
it, man.
You're welcome here anytime. You have anything to promote. You always got to go over.
Thank you, man.
Yeah,
Thank you.
again, make sure to come out on May 17th over there at Peacock Community Center.
Yeah.
Same spot.
Center, Red Shield Center over there. It's our youth center now.
Okay.
We're changing. A lot of people knew us as the Boys and Girls Club.
Right.
We're going through a rebrand. We're now the Red Shield Youth Center. They can go to SalvationArmySATX.org, get the details on how to sponsor. We do need a few things to eliminate the cost. I mean, we still need a sausage sponsor. We still need someone to help donate rice and beans, maybe.
All right. There you go.
But there's things we need. So
Reach out. We'll tell you what to do.
All
Reach
right.
out. We'll tell
Make
you.
sure to reach out to them on the website, guys. And again, thank you to Brad and Mike. Appreciate you guys.
Thank you
so much.
Thank you, man. See you around.
Take care.
Thank you, man.
Brad, appreciate it. And
Good to meet you.
so, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and normally we do the final thoughts of the show and what we got so far, but we do so much of the final thoughts. We got a special final thought. We're gonna kind of close out with Laura, and come on out here, Laura. And she's gonna go and do a little bit of her one of her songs. And I was supposed to give her a little bit of this warning to go ahead so she could tune her guitar, But, you got it. All right, perfect. So. Everybody, my final thought is, make sure to love yourself, forgive yourself, and, and when all else fails, there's always Chick-fil-A. Anyway, guys, please, everybody, Laura Marie. Okay, let me do it. Got it?
Don't you be too sweet. Too sweet to me. Don't you be too sweet. Too sweet to me. Don't you be too sweet. Too sweet to me now. I'll be the thought that makes you shake. Run your fingers through your hair. I'll be the one you wanna hold, but the one you wouldn't dare. I'll be a constant reminder of a touch you never felt. I'll be the words that you whisper alone and to yourself. So don't you be too sweet. Too sweet to me. Don't you be too sweet. Too sweet to me. Don't you be too sweet. Too sweet to me now. I'll be the sweat upon your brow, the blood upon your lip. I'll be the string that you've been winding around your fingertip. And when you're helpless in the tide, tethered to the moon, I'll make you question your conclusions, curse all your rules. So don't you be too sweet. Too sweet to me. Don't you be too sweet. Too sweet to me. Don't you be too sweet. Too sweet to me now. 'Cause I'll be the shadow of a doubt that drifts across your mind. I'll be the liquor that you drink to fill the emptiness inside. You'll wanna do everything you never thought you could. I'll be the worst that can happen for your own darn good. So don't you be too sweet. Too sweet to me. Don't you be too sweet. Too sweet to me. Don't you be too sweet. Too sweet to me now.